Okay, let's get started. Let's get everyone opening their books to page 100 and 101, please, in your history books. First thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about the vocabulary words on page 101, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to learn how to pronunciate them properly. You're just going to repeat after me. We're going to read the definition, and then we're going to go around and you're going to make up sentences, different sentences from the definition using that word. You guys understand? Yes. And then after that, we're going to do a quick vocabulary quiz on those words. So you're going to have to know the spelling. Pay attention to the spelling. And there's a tough one in here. Xenophobic, it's a bit tricky. Then you guys are going to mark each other's quizzes. Then if we're going to find out where the mistakes were, then you're going to help each other study. And then after that, do another test to see if you guys can just get perfect. Then we're going to do some team reading, and that should be it for the day. Okay? So nothing too serious. Let's get going. So the first, let's start off with number one. Tiffany, go ahead. Number one, please.
Number one, minority. The smaller of two groups of people.
Good. So minority. Let's hear everyone say minority.
Minority.
Good. Can you give me another sentence using the word minority? Give me, and it can be anything. It doesn't, just give me another sentence. Maybe not from the book, like using your imagination.
It's important to.
Are you reading the book, Tiffany? No. Okay. Well then.
It's important to respect minorities' opinion.
Sure. It's important to respect and we know minorities are the group with the smaller amount of people in it. Good. Next, go ahead, Annabelle.
Number two, inferior, worse of lower quality.
Good, and it's not inferior, it's inferior. Everyone say inferior.
Inferior.
Good. And will you sit up, please? And can you give me a sentence with inferior, please?
The Japanese treated Korean as an inferior.
Inferior.
Inferior group.
Sure, the Japanese did, yeah. Not so much anymore, right? Or do you still think that is going on today?
Now it's good. Like Korea is thinking Japan.
Korea is thinking Japan is inferior.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah. All right. Yeah, but a long time ago, it was definitely the other way around, right? Go ahead, Betty.
Number three, administrator. The person who organizes and manages.
And manages, yeah. Good. Everyone say administrator. Yeah, administrator. Everyone say it.
Administrator.
Sure. So, in the school, who would be an administrator?
The principal.
Principal, sure. Yeah. Principal, vice principal. People who organize and manage things. Number four, go ahead. Clara.
Number four, attractive.
Sorry?
Makes sentence.
What was the word? What was the word for number four?
Attractive.
Attractive, good. Yeah, read the definition. What's the definition?
Interesting, desirable.
Desirable, sure. Can you give me a sentence using the word?
Video games attractive.
What video game and why?
FIFA is
And attractive?
Yes, attractive.
So you say FIFA is an attractive video game, right?
FIFA is an attractive video game.
Good, yeah. Because it has all the famous soccer players in it, right?
Yes.
It's fun to play. Sure, it's desirable. People want to play it. Probably one of the most popular games out there, I would think, right? FIFA soccer? That's a very popular game. Very desirable. Very attractive. Go ahead, next.
Number five, addictive.
Sure, addictive. Can you give me guys, let's keep the chatter down. Can you give me an example of a sentence using the word addictive, please? Jane. Addictive. Think about There's good things and there's bad things, right?
Smartphone games can be addictive.
Sure, smartphone games can be addictive. Yes, of course. Well done, Jane. Next, go ahead. Joey.
Number 6, humiliation of the embarrassment and self-insult.
Good. Everyone say humiliation.
Humiliation.
Now, can you give me a sentence with the word humiliation in it? And you don't have to use the exact word humiliation. You can use like a derivative, as long as it has the root meaning of it. You can use, humiliate, humiliation, humiliating. There's lots of different ways you can use that word.
Korea's president
Mhm.
is
Yes.
humiliated
People, right? Keep going. I like what you're saying. So you're saying that the Korean president humiliated the Korean people. Do you guys think so? Right? You're past the president that it was kind of humiliating, right? Because she did some pretty strange and odd things, right? Good. Yeah, that's current. That's a great example. Joey, next, go ahead. Amy. Amount, good. Give me a sentence using the word amount, please. Mm-hmm. Sugar, okay, that's fine. Hey, sure. I have a small amount of sugar. That's a sentence, and it's understandable. It's kind of tricky sometimes to put these words into sentences, but you're all doing really, really well. Go ahead. Next, Ariel. Sure. Sorry? To take control of a place. Sure. What's the word? To take control of a place? No. Yeah. Okay. It's occupy. Yeah. Remember, it's the next person's turn, but occupy. Yeah. Occupy. Can you give me a sentence using the word occupy? This is kind of tough. If you think about wars, and you think about how territories are changed, and especially when we're talking about modern China, and if you think about imperialism, scramble for Africa, occupying. I see what you're saying, but when we're talking about the word occupy, we're talking about to take control of a place, Close. Yeah? Bingo. Yeah, something like that. Usually when we're talking about the word occupy in this sense, it's dealing with forces and countries. Good. Next, go ahead, please. Close. Xenophobic. Everyone try and say xenophobic.
Xenophobic.
Yeah. So can you give me a sentence for that, please? Yeah. Xenophobia. Yeah, it is a bad way to be. That's right. Good. Yes. Next. Go ahead, Tim.
Number 10. Before someone has a place.
Expel, that's right. And this word gets used a lot. Can you give me a sentence? And I'll tell you where it gets used a lot. Go ahead. Expel, to force someone out of a place. And we're usually talking about countries, so. Anybody can help? Tim? Expel. Think about school. If you're a really bad student, what happens to you? You get expelled. You get expelled. They expel you from the school, right? Usually you hear it with countries and even and a lot with schools as well. All right. What we're gonna do now is our switch word is gonna be graduation, and I'm gonna say you guys know what your test desks are, right? Yes. It's when you split a part of it, right? So I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3 test desk, and you guys are gonna split apart, get everything off your desks, and I'm gonna hand you some paper, and we're gonna do a little quiz on those vocabulary words. Okay? I'll give you a couple of minutes right now. I'll give you 2 minutes, 3 minutes to look at the words and look how they're spelled. I told you guys in the beginning that there was gonna be a little quiz on this. So look at the way the words are spelled. Know the definitions. There's some tough words there, like xenophobic. That's tricky. And you got attractive. It's got an addictive. What do you notice about attractive and addictive?
It's different.
Similar. They're similar and different, but they have 2 T's and 2 D's, right? That's something you're gonna have to pay attention to. It's not 1 T, it's 2 T's. It's not 1 D, it's 2 D's. And also with occupy, right? Occupy, 2 C's. So there's a trick right there. 2 C's, 2 T's, 2 D's, right? It's one way to help you remember. And when I say, guys, when I do the 1, 2, 3 test desk, I want you to clap and go, yes, Mr. Boudreaux. Can you do that for me? Or do you guys want to just say graduation? You guys can say just graduation, it's okay. I do that with my younger students. Yes, Mr. Boudreaux. You guys are a bit older, so it's okay. You guys just have to say graduation, okay? All right. Let's clear the tops of your desks. Books away. 1, 2, 3 test desks.
Graduation.
Very good. Split apart. Put your pencils out. Books off your desk, guys. Can you clear your desk? Put those on the ground or something. Just, I don't know, take one and pass it behind you. Take some, pass it behind you. Yeah, take some, pass it behind you. Take some, pass it behind you. If there's extras, send it to the right. Betty, I think you got quite a few extras. If you got extras, send them to the right. Send them next to you. Next, yep. Keep them going, because there's guys in the back there. Keep them going, keep them going, keep them going. Boys. There you go. So, if there's more extras, just bring them up here. There was only 1 extra, really?
Me.
Oh, you need one? Can you get that paper off your desk? So, cover your answers. Close your history book, and when you write your answer, cover it. I don't want people cheating, okay? So cover your answers. Use your pencil case. Use whatever you need. Put your name in the top left-hand corner. There's 10 questions. So I'm going to say the definition. That's it. I'm not going to say the word. I think you guys are at a high enough level where, actually no, I'll say the word once. I'm only going to say it once, okay? The lower level students, I'll say it like 3 times. I'll say it once. I'll say the definition, the word once, and we're going to go quickly, okay? We're not going to waste. Sorry?
Just write the word.
Just the word. All you guys have to do is write the word, okay? Wait a minute. Do you think you guys would be able to handle just the definition, or do you want to hear the word too?
Word too.
Just the definition? Let's try and do. We'll try this one with the definition, just the definition only. And then, like I said, there's going to be one more. You're going to help each other after this, and then we're going to do one more really quickly. So, number 1 would be the smaller of 2 groups of people. The smaller of 2 groups of people. Number 2, worse of lower quality. Number 3. A person who organizes and manages. Number 4. Interesting and desirable. Alright guys, I've had a change of mind because I see a few people are not getting many words. So I'm going to say the words the first time. The second test we do, you're just getting the definition, okay? So the number 1, I'll tell you again. Who wants to help out? What was number 1?
Minority.
Minority. Number 1 was minority. What was number 2?
Inferior.
Inferior. That's right. Number 3?
Administrator.
Administrator. Number 4 was? Attractive. That's right. Number 5 is causing a habit that is difficult to stop. Yeah, that's addictive. Number 6, a big embarrassment, an insult, humiliation. Number 7, a total of something, amount. Number 8, to take control of a place, occupy. That's a tough one. Occupy. Number 9, having a dislike of foreigners, the most difficult word of all 10, I think. And the last one, to force someone out of a place, expel. So, what I want you guys to do right now, we're going to say switch. Remember the word is graduation. Red pens out. Ready. 1, 2, 3, switch. Come on, guys. Brian, I want to hear you clapping. Brian, I need to hear you clapping and saying it too, okay? Now, red pens out. Mark, get your history books out so you can find the proper spelling. You guys don't have a history book? Here you go. Mark it right now. Take time to mark it. Talk to your partner. Say, this is where I want you guys to talk to each other. You made a mistake here. You made a mistake here. Are you gonna mark? And did you guys switch papers? Okay. So mark each other's papers. Take a look. Here's the correct spelling. So you find minority, it's right there. Where's minority? Boom. If it's correct. How did everyone do? You guys finish marking?
Teacher, this is right.
What is what? The answer's in the book.
I know, but
It's hard to read, sloppy. All of it's sloppy.
very sloppy.
If it's very sloppy, that's gonna be a half mark. Let me take a look. Hey, there's a red pen on the ground here. If someone needs an extra one, it's on the ground back there. That's it. Is it yours? Put it here. Oh, come on. You gotta use an eraser for that. But it is right too, eh? R-A-T-O-R. I don't know. It's up to you. You're the teacher on this one, so you can give him a half mark. You can give him correct, or you can mark it wrong. It's up to you. All right. I want to see. Also, guys, put on the page the mark out of 10. I want to come around and see. So, boys, listen. Put a mark out of 10. I want to come around and see what your scores were. Out of 10, what did they get? Okay, what's the mark out of 10? Okay. Marks out of 10. Boys, what did he get out of 10? Perfect. Perfect. Come on. What did he get? 4 out of 10? So put it. 4 out of 10. You know how to do it. Why aren't you marking with a red pen?
It wasn't it.
4. See your marks? Out of 10. What did they get out of 10? 8 out of 10. 9 out of 10. That's good. Brian. Let's see. Out of 10. Yes. What do they get? Okay, very nice. Out of 10. What is that? Okay. All right. Did you have a problem with the crayon went a little crazy there? All right. So, what we're going to do now, what I think the best thing to do, and it does help a little. If you didn't have any mistakes, this is not going to take long, but I want you to quiz your partner on their mistakes. If you didn't have mistakes, that's okay, but I want you to quiz your partners on the mistakes that they made right now. So, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So close the book, look at your partner, ask them to spell the ones they made a mistake on, okay? So try that now, okay? So what we're gonna do now, I want you guys close all your books again. Yep, you're gonna pass the paper back. You're gonna write on the back of the paper, put your name on the back of the paper. This time you're only getting the definitions, okay? Only the definitions this time. So, books closed. We're going to go back to test desk. Ready? 1, 2, 3, test desk. Wait, shut. Come on, guys, wake up. So I'm just going to give the definition this time. Papers over, turn them over. You're going to write on the back just the definition this time. Got your pencil? Oral from Kevin. Who's got an extra pencil for Tim? Thank you. Go. Okay, here we go. First one is going to be to force someone out of a place. Write it down, write nicely. To force someone out of a place. Next, having a dislike of foreigners. That's the, I'll give you a hint, that's the most difficult one. Having a dislike of foreigners. And the first one, to force someone out of the place, remember I talked about schools? I'm going to give you little hints. Little hints. Something to do with schools. Bye-bye, see you later. Force someone out of the place. So, number 3 is to take control of a place. To take control of a place. And remember, I'll give you a hint again. It has a double in it. Next, number 7. Oh, sorry, number 4. I'm going the other way. Yeah. No. Number 4, a total of something. Ready, 1. Hey guys, everyone clapping. Like I said, we got 2 periods next coming up. Let's not make it terrible on us. Ready, 1, 2, 3, switch.
Congratulations.
Red pens out. Get your history book out. Mark it. I want to come around. I don't want this to take long. I want to come around and I want to see what your marks are. Out of 10. All right, so most of you guys did really well. All right, now what I want you to do, we're going to do a reading activity. We have a couple minutes left in class. Let's go to page think it's 102. Guys, I want you to read 102 to 104. You guys do rock, paper, scissors with your partner right now, whoever goes first. And the whole point of this exercise, Tim, Brian, no Konglish, okay? And your partner is going to be there to help you. If you don't know how to say a word, don't start yet, please. If you don't know how to say a word properly, help each other speak properly, okay? Rock, paper, scissors, now. Go ahead.
Rock, paper, scissors.
And start, please. Try and be a bit respectful. Don't read too loud. But start now, please. Guys? Try and help each other, okay? So start reading. One sentence at a time. Are you reading one sentence? And then you read the next sentence. If you want, okay, yeah. You guys are. Make sure you help each other. If you see you saying a word that's not correct, no, 107, right?
Yeah.
So we're the emperor was controlled by. Is that where we are? Go ahead, Tiffany, lead it off. Read to the. Yeah, read to where there's an answer, then stop, and then the next. Correct. Next, go ahead, Annabelle. Guys, xenophobic, write it in. She and her officials were xenophobic. Next. And they.
Expel
Yes.
all the foreigners from China.
There you go. Okay, that's good enough, guys. All right, good job. Great time.
If we go up in the last class, there will be the bus.
Do you want to go next period? Okay, we'll
Let's do. Can I?
야, 더러운 짓. 아, 세요.